Lockdown has been a bit of a storm for businesses, weathering what's happening right now and also trying to plan for, well, what's coming. Will there be a recession? Will it be a U-shaped one, a V-shaped one, or even a W-shaped one? The futures of staff, colleagues, business owners are all in this torrent of bad fiscal weather. And we may not all be in the same boat, but we're certainly in the same storm. Now, for some of us, it has given us a chance that perhaps we haven't had before, and that's more time to reflect on the direction of your business along with the way that you're going to get there. As one aspect of reflection, and as podcasters ourselves here at Best Kept Business Secret, it's given us time to look at what other business podcasts are out there right now to help weather these difficult times. I'm Mark Ford, coach, author and editor at your Best Kept Business Secret, and these are 3 of the best business podcasts to listen to coming out of lockdown. Become a story brand with Donald Miller. Now, we love this podcast, pure and simple. Story brand is a business that helps small businesses tell their story without weeing all over it. What do I mean by that? Well, you know the businesses that talk about themselves all the time? Yeah, them. Now, presented by Donald himself, he involves various guests who talk about their own perspectives on how lucrative using a story framework can be to tell a business's story without permanently talking about themselves. The hugely refreshing thing about this podcast is that they're also talking you through what they're having to do in their own business to weather the current storm. They don't hold back, and you can genuinely hear the worry and the anxiety about the futures of their own employees as things crashed and burned in very quick time. Now, Story Brand is available on iTunes, Spotify, and other platform providers. The Youpreneur FM with Chris Ducker. Now, those that know me and follow me also understand that I have a huge amount of respect for the self-made Chris Ducker. Not only did he set up his own hugely successful business, he has helped hundreds of entrepreneurs start out on their own journey with some very simple, thought-provoking and timeless advice based around the business setting up of the business of you. There is only one of you, and therefore, if you want to tap into what you can specifically do for your customers that others can't copy, although many will try, then you can future-proof and build the business of you. He's a sought-after keynote speaker and presenter, as well as an Amazon best-selling author of 2 books. Short, sharp, and full of what he calls knowledge bombs. Youpreneur FM is also available on iTunes, Spotify, and various other podcast platforms. The CNN Boss Files with Poppy Harlow. Now, American journalist and news anchor Poppy Harlow presents this weekly podcast from CNN, talking to entrepreneurial bosses across the world. From major players in the world economy to smaller, more niche business CEOs, Poppy has a way of getting people to open up without realizing they're actually doing so. Whilst it's very easy in these kinds of things to eulogize about the person right in front of you, Poppy has a knack of getting the business owners to be brutally honest about how they got to where they are, often looking at the lows of their journey as well as the very well publicized highs. We can learn an awful lot about some of the real people behind some of the brands that, as small businesses, we want to emulate. It's not all the rags to riches glory stories which we are told about in autobiographies many years after they've left the business. And sometimes it's hard work, sleepless nights, and being that little bit crazy. CNN Boss Files is available on iTunes, Spotify, and various other podcast platforms. And that's it for this quick podcast. For all the latest podcasts, videos, news, views, and things to get the small business that your hard work truly deserves, go to bestkeptbusinesssecret.co.uk and download our free online small business magazine. I have been Mark Ford, the original Best Kept Business Secret, and I'll see you on the other side.